Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. He can run for it, and he will. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. On 1st down, Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Will put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Let's go. Let's do it. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Lucky. Check 24. Check 57. Mike, 57. Sound. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Back.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Being chased, touchdown, Bengals!
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Undercrush.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
27 yards. That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Alert! Pass. 50. Mike 50. Your track.
On third and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now a run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Anderson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. To return is McKenzie. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 3, three down. Monday.
Mike's 57's right. Hey, let's get there.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the 22, Allen dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Alert! I'm here all day.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Allen. Open man, here's Foster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago, but remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018, and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Buying time to his left. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
At the Bengals' 33-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check safety, check safety.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 25 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Hey, high 7. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. All day.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 2-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's third and 2 now.
It's third and 2.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that's complete to Croft. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow, and this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
It's second and 8 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's checking crap.
Now a give right side. Muhammad. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
56. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert 3. Jack!
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
What? Alert! Watch out.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Ross on the return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Dalton, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton stepping up. He's going to keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
5 wide. Check 15. Check 15.
Now this time, Allen will throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. Third down here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Allen, forced out to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
93, 52, 93. Hands up.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
To throw, it's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Bengals 19, Bills 17.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They run it again with Anderson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Dalton gives to Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bengals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they suffered defeat for the first.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, dog pounders surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different different vibe. Is you down to ride? Never try. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on! 180! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Shit! 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 Check 3! Check 3! Alert! 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 Alert!
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Good! 180! Here it comes! Shoot! 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 Switch! Switch! Switch!
First down, a run with Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, his throw incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready. 42 on it.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. He's coming. Double up.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
44, right.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. The carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Come on, set. Hey, 60 outlaw.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's McKissick. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 12-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm gonna run you over. Watch out.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Buddy up. Look at it. Yeah, Mike. 65.
This time Haskins will look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nick Bottom, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, They're able to just roam and hit.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third.
Watch time, watch time. Tie it right, tie it right. Go down. Watch 10, come on, watch 10. Chance. Ran, Jim. X3, 218, chop. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Hey, watch it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, get in the weight room. Check three. He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert. Rush in. Lock in.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tighten up. Check three. Watch twins.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down. 52, Mike, 52.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check 43. Tight dog. Ran.
On first down, it's Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Good job.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And a pressure gets to him again. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Haskins, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
No. 18.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action. Haskins. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 3rd down, Haskins over the middle, complete. That's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Retains possession.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins, he'll get this one to Galladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, here's Love. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Hey, ball. Hey.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Forty's the Lions. Squeeze.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. I got him. On me.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Trubisky to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Alert.
They try again with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 26.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. "34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert! 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Watch the screen. Pass. Shift. He's coming. We got double up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Able to find Shaheen here. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Powers through. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Steps away. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Let's go now. 44. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky flush to his right. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 39, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Get up! 180! 25 to Mike. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Move.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
He's back to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Lock in. Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
One last shot for Trubisky. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Ran, come.
Check my 40. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Trubisky will throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Ran, come.
44 is the mic.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Go. 180.
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, Grant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
180.
44. Let's go.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Watch the edge.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Got it. 44 is Mike. Check, check.
3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 70 ending. 44 to Mike. So don't say nothing.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Haskins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Again, it's Haskins. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Detroit, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Ay, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set. 52. Mike 52. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
60 or General West.
On second down, here's Aikman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got pilot 64. Weak.
On second down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Elliott. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready. Hey, lock it. 50, plant.
Marino on play action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
30 base.
On 2nd and 9, Marino. He's got the hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run on third down with Falk. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10.
Hey!
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
48.
Marino will look to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Fair.
36.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
Brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Ready to break. 61. Matchbox lights. Shoot.
And this time Marino will throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return comes Cobb. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10.
On the double.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on now, let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If he gets strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Break. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Now Aikman to throw on second down. This to Jarwin. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Y'all playing, hey, Delta.
They go play action now. Marino. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Third and 14.
Set 70, Indy.
Now Marino operating with third and long. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Here we go, here we go. Check three, check three, check three.
22 jump bomber, 22 jump, let go.
They go play action now. Aikman, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's
go! Let's go!
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play fake. Here's Marino. And Marino cannot get away. He goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Marino. And he's going to go down again.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Cobb to return. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. Antonio Brown. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Antonio Brown. 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Runs through the contact. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Aikman, third and long. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Marino. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Dolphin first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, Haywood.
48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. It's been a long day for you.
To throw on second and 6, Marino. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Robert Quinn picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Running right, here's Falk. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's Aikman. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Marino. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Boy, so another interception. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Ready. 18 Gator.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
Now Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Marino. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check 26, check 26. Check your hot read.
They'll try and throw forward Marino. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeMarcus Lawrence. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
We go set 70, Indy.
Come on, baby. Woo! Slam, slam.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the rocket like rocket fuel.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them buckets. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. Switch, not a day in my life. Knowing my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my pants are off.
skills. Yeah, so suspenseful. I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.